what a night for Pete Crow-Armstrong. So it's a dead heat. It is a dead heat to win the National League MVP between PCA and Ohtani. And in an MVP season, there have to, D-Row, be eye-popping stats. That's a given, right? But I feel, and we've talked about this a lot, that there also should be defining moments.
Yeah.
And amid the MVP chants, he answered the call.
Nico Horner did the postgame with Cliff Floyd, and he was talking exactly of that. It's not only how good a season PCA is having, but the fact that every time they need him in a big moment, he has stepped up in a huge way. All right, you've heard me say on this couch for 12 years, when I was playing, I never viewed myself as an entertainer. Grinding. But when you remove yourself from the game and you take a minute to kind of digest how good some players are in the game, you can't help but be entertained by certain guys. The first time you laid eyes on Bobby Witt bouncing around like a bunny, Judge hitting balls into the stratosphere, Ohtani, Trout, the way he's got bat speed. I don't think I've been as jacked up for a guy that entertains me more on a baseball field in all facets in the last 5 to 10 years sitting on this couch than Pete Crow-Armstrong. He has got an aura about him. Listen, I think the reason you fall in love with him, too, is there's peak valley here. There's times where he can disappear, and just when you want to think he's going into a slide, he comes out of the gates with a game like last night. Playing in Chicago for 2 years, seeing that place light up, him having the ability to light it up the way he has is the stuff of legend, I'm telling you. I can't imagine. He was floating around the bases last night, and I'm sitting there. The White Sox played a hell of a game. They grinded. Benintendi with a huge pinch hit homer, coming off the sweep of the Tigers. The fans, the place was magical last night. And it reminded me of going to a theater, and there was 3 acts for PCA last night. He is a true entertainer in every sense of the word. He just has the it factor, and you cannot deny it. So it was one night, it was 3 acts, it was 1 star, and his name's PCA. Like I said, crosstown rivalry, north side, south side, they're both playing great baseball, and this guy strides to the plate in the bottom of the first. You better get in your seat when he's leading off the game. Because just like that, first pitch gets absolutely rifled pull side off Luis Castillo, and he gives him a 1-0 lead. Say it would come up right behind him, give him a 2-0 lead. Run that back for me real quick. What I love about it, and we've talked about it, pause it right there. He had originally showed up to the WBC in the first part of the game, first part of the season, being super wide open, kind of robbing some of his athleticism. We've chronicled this 5 times already. I love the fact that he's a wild horse at the dish, but he's a wild horse with a plan. Run this real quick. Look at the bat speed and the freedom. There's no hinges in that swing. There's no hitting to the baseball. It's the baseball's getting in the way of a gorgeous move. He's letting his true athleticism come to life. And what I love about him, we're going to look at Fangraph's war leaders amongst position players. Look at him overall. This is taking Ohtani's pitching out of the equation. Just true position players. Overall, he's got everybody by about 3 points. He's over Bobby Witt. But since May, he's still been more productive, all-encompassing, than any player in the game the entire season. It's pretty incredible. Hot change me, Broyd. Look at the numbers from the offensive standpoint. Mix in the fact he's the best defender in the sport. Mix in the fact that he glides around the bases. Mix in the fact that he's got aura. Mix in the fact that everybody's in love with this dude right now. Pete Crow-Armstrong, season stats, MLB ranks. He's first or second on down the line. Okay. He mixed in another base hit, his second AB. There was a walk involved there. But I want to take you to Act 2, bottom 8. Because for me, this is the defining, not defining moment, but this is what's been defining his entire season. I'm going to walk you through a Trevor Richards at bat in the 8th inning. Pause this for me real quick. Look at the bug, 5-4 down, 2 outs. Could easily roll this pitch over to second base, take his hat, throw it to the first base coach, and keep it moving. White Sox bring in their closer and go on to potentially win this game. But he shows up in every big moment. So run that back for me to the split finger that he gets the check swing on. Keep running it back. Right here. 2-0. He's looking to set the house on fire. And he gets called for a strike. So what does he do? Pause this for me real quick. What does he do in that moment? He knows that Trevor Richards is going to go back to that split finger. So now he's got to stay back a little bit longer. That's why he's a tick late on this next pitch heater. Run this. But he's all over it. Boom! That's almost an opposite field homer. And what does that do? Set him up to stay back to shoot another split the other way. Sam Antonacci cuts it off. He's perfect and gliding around first base. Look at him run the bags. Cut the inside part of the bag. Attention to detail, playing aggressive baseball. The swing decisions have changed his season, kind of taken him to the next level. What's he doing? He's walking a heck of a lot more. He's swinging a heck of a lot less. His in-zone swing percentage is down, so he's really keying on understanding how people are trying to attack him and what he hits well. Look at his chase percentage. These are all first. First pitch swing percentage is down. That's first, which was crazy because he took the shot in the first inning against Luis Castilla. So he's shown you that he could jump on the heater. He's shown you he's dominating the game better than any one position player-wise. He's making swing decision changes that are first in the entire sport. And then Act 3, he comes up against Hagen Smith, who, if you were watching this guy, has not given up a run since he's been brought up. He's throwing short arm pellets from the left side. We're going 3 sliders in a row, and then a heater steals a strike, and he hangs this. But does he hang it? And does PCA? He's out front on this ball. And he's still able to take in the moment and shoot it for a walk-off homer. It was such an awesome, awesome moment to watch him turn around, helicopter flip this thing back to the boys, and everyone meet him. But you dive inside it, right? Attacks the game in all facets. The swing decisions are better. And what else has he done? I know it's a walk-off homer, and he's endearing himself to the fans, but Hagen Smith's a left-handed pitcher, and he's dominating lefties this year. 23-25, he was hitting .208 with 8 homers. In 2026, in 182 plate appearances, it's .301 with 8 and a weighted runs created plus of 161. It's unbelievable watching that game last night. That was a magical night in Wrigley Field.
You could tell the way you feel about him, the passion you just did that skybox.
Yeah.
I just wonder, I think about him walking around that city day to day.
Oh.
What the interactions
I mean,
must be like.
He's the king of the city.
He's the king.
You should adopt him, DeRosa.
It's fun. It's funny. We had great teams in 07 and 08, and Derek Lee had won a batting title. Ramos Ramirez, Alfonso Soriano, Kerry Wood, all these guys. But this guy has taken over over Wrigley Field in a different way.